Hi, and thanks for joining us for our Olivia Rose video kit release. When you feast your eyes on everything that this kit has, you are definitely going to want to create with it. You're going to see the beauty, you're going to see the elegance, and all the really unique vintage items that are in here. It really truly is a kit to have in your repertoire. Before we move on here, to see it all, just a quick note for any of you that are newer, this is our bundled collection, which includes all 5 individual products. So there are no duplicates in terms of papers or elements in each of these items. And by buying it as the bundle, you do save 20% versus buying each individual item. So obviously a really great deal if you like this collection, and I'm sure you will. So in the FQB, along with the background papers here, as you can see, it starts right off along the bottom here. You can see the gorgeous patterns that Mary Fran has incorporated into this kit. It really truly is all about the beauty. The vintage feel that you're seeing in the kits lately is really something that has Mary Fran's been inspired by, and I know you guys have been too, because you've responded by purchasing the kits. So you've certainly shown us that is the direction you'd love to see things go. And here it is with the floral. Obviously, Mary Fran's florals, I know a lot of you buy because of those. They just are so gorgeous. It makes creating so incredibly easy. You can see with the beautiful clusters all over, the writing in behind. Doesn't it just evoke that feeling of beautiful elegance? It truly does, right? And obviously, by the name of it, the Olivia Rose Collection, it really kind of says it all, and that kind of embodies what is actually in this kit and the flow and feel of it. So in using it, obviously you can use it for anniversaries and Valentine's Day, a friendship thing, and wedding cards, engagements. There is so much that you could use this collection for. We know that it's just a matter of you seeing it and thinking, okay, what's ahead for me? What things can I use it for that are coming up in my life, and anything like that you'll find will be very easy to use. These lined papers, they're called background lined in the different colors. Look at the gorgeous pattern that's incorporated into there. Just beautiful. Kind of regal looking, and again, here is a little flower. So if you didn't want the full floral, but you love that floral element, isn't this beautiful? Doesn't this remind you of a beautiful old French wallpaper that you'd see in some lavish hotel? You know, it really, really is something, this kit, and you're going to love creating with it. So lastly, this finishes out our background papers with the stationery. Again, so easy. Mary Fran makes it so easy for you, where if this was your scrapbook page layout, you could simply add photos, you could add some journaling to it, and there you go. You have a whole full page that's already done for you. Same thing for a card. If you wanted to use this for a card, very easy to simply shrink this down if you wanted to have a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch card, or if you wanted to cut this border off, you could certainly make a 4.25 by 5.25 inch card. So simple by using this one background. And there it is in a couple of different colors. So again, very, very easy to work with this collection. And into our elements, there is a beautiful border, so that way you have creative options for yourself. If you decided to use one of the other background papers that were a little more plain and you wanted to dress it up, kind of make your own stationery back, if you will, here is obviously the elements are there in order for you to do it yourself. Bows with the gorgeous brooch in the center gives it such bling, such elegance, jewelry-like. Again, you can see the feel all coming together. Here's there's 2 clusters like this. There's this cluster 1 and then there's 1B. And the difference is in a few of how the elements are laid out. You'll see this one has the pearls, the way they go, things like that. So there is a little bit of a difference to them. Just when you're seeing it, it isn't a duplicate item or anything like that. Another beautiful cluster. Again, for you starting out, if you want a starting point, these clusters are absolutely ideal. You simply put that onto a background paper and you can see it automatically starting to develop for you. And being the color of the flowers and everything else, this is going to give you what you need in order to say, what background should I pair with this? Well, you can see that with the colors that are in here, very easy to start choosing background papers. Fabric buttons that are, again, few different styles, all equally gorgeous. They are just beautiful in their patterns that Mary Fran has used in here. Floral clusters, again, something that is here so that way you can just choose exactly how you want things to be. You can see how these clusters work so well in terms of beautifying any project. Whether you're adding them to a frame like this, whether you are adding them to a background paper, there you go. Mary Fran has added one to a frame cluster so you can kind of get an idea of it. But it does give you full creative vision. So you can add it to this heart if you wanted, if that was the look that you wanted. The hearts, again, everything just really exudes just that grace and elegance and beauty that is so prevalent in the things in the, like we had talked about earlier, for the themes that we had talked about earlier. A gorgeous journal card, which again, it can be simply used for a card front. If you're making a journal, why would this not be your front for your journal? This is just so great. It gives you an area in order to put something in for your own personalized sentiment, initials, name, feeling, whatever it is. Plus, you can add to it if you wanted to further embellish it. Some great journal labels that, again, give you blank areas. We want you to personalize things. The idea is, same thing with the journal mats. The idea for creating and when you craft is you're making something custom. You are making a one-of-a-kind item, so why not really go whole hog with it? Here's strands of pearls for you, so you can lay them out however you see them on your creation. Postcards, there it is where it's bundled together. Isn't that gorgeous? It reminds you of love letters that have all been bundled together and placed in a special drawer, special place. The receipt, again, another gorgeous element, and you'll see how I dress this up just a little bit when I show you the card making idea at the end. But again, super easy to use. The ribbons to add a little bit of extra, a small bit of, if you wanted a color or you wanted a pattern, and you just thought, I just want to add a little bit here in order to accent this area. Perfect idea with using a ribbon. Seed packets, again, very well done. Mary Fran has called this a seed packet, but just due to the shape of it. But can you imagine this could be, again, the front to a mini album, the front to your journal. This could be a main element on your card. There's so many options that this gives you. Here is a seed packet, which you can actually print out, and as you can see, these two side tabs are your gluing tabs, and this would be your fold over in order to finish it off. But very, very great element in order to actually have, as in whether if you're printing things, and I know a lot of you like to print our items and then craft in them in physical paper. This is definitely an item you're going to want to use, where this flap folds over, glues onto these two side tabs. This is your folded over tab in terms of your cover, and there you have it. So what do you place in there? Well, depending on the side that you have, you could have a journal card that goes in here. You could have a gift card if this was maybe going inside of a wedding card. A lot of people nowadays, they have everything. They don't need toasters and pots and pans and TV tables and everything else we used to give people at weddings. So a great element and a beautiful element to do something like that with. Just a few of the ideas. Telegram card, again, a beautiful item in order to journal with. Just looks so gorgeous and so special so that your memories are captured in such a beautiful way. Velvet mats. So you kind of looks like a little bit of a background paper when it's on my computer like this, but this has a velvet-like texture to it. So when you see it on your screen up close, if it's not coming through that way, that is exactly what it is. It has a velvet texture to it. So very, very rich. Again, use these as a backing. Place main elements on these. Place your florals on here. Dress them up however you see fit. Or use it as a simple square just to back something. But it gives you that beautiful velour kind of texture will shine through. Word strips with a few of the words on here already done for you, so that if that is your whole crux of your paper craft creation, great. But if not, there is the blanks in here as well, so that way you can actually personalize it so it is absolutely done the way you wanted it to. In our little bits, which is our additional elements pack, here are some extra borders for you. Different ones that will give you a different look and in different colors, so it can color coordinate with whatever you're doing. And calling cards. These are so great. It gives you, again, the feelings that you may want to embody, or a blank one so you can write it in for yourself if it didn't say exactly what you wanted to say. But use these as your main draw. Hey, this is what I'm trying to say in my layout. This is what I'm trying to say on my card. Use these calling cards. You will love them. A few flares as well in order to add in those hits of elegance and draw somebody's eye in with the beauty and also the design of that element. Flower clusters for corners. Another frame cluster for you. Great to put in photos and things like that. Imagine if you were doing a wedding album for somebody or an engagement photo and that was on the front of their card or something. How gorgeous is that? Bridal showers, whatever it is. Journal labels, again, that have been so well done. Mary Fran just really outdoes herself on these. I know how beautiful they are and how easy they are to just pop into your creations. These things are just so usable. And lastly, a gorgeous tag. You can find so many, like that is just great standalone, all by itself. But again, imagine pairing this with a beautiful background paper, a very muted background paper in behind, and there's your card front, there's your journal front, mini albums, whatever it is. You can kind of see it developing already. For the additional papers, in our 2-paper pack, for those of you that are new to us, I'm sorry about being a broken record for those of you that tune in all the time, but these patterns you have seen before, but not in these colors. The 2-paper pack is not a duplicate. Don't think that it is. It adds to your creative abilities and your papercraft abilities because you'll want to create coordinating items, but not the exact same item, and that is the reason for the additional paper pack. In the solids, obviously the solids, they have a little bit of a muted pattern in them, but very, very muted. The solids are basically like your cardstock, your digital cardstock. They are going to do the duty for backing main elements, backing photos, and having that exact color match. That's the point of it. Lastly is our alpha. Again, has the same beauty to it that the rest of the kit does, but it does give you that option of highlighting names, dates, initials, emotions, whatever it is, to highlight whatever it is on your paper craft. Whether that is Happy Valentine's Day and you want to spell that out, whether that is congratulations, whether that is love, whether that, and like I said, initials, whatever it is, you can spell it out with the alpha, and it's well worth doing. So lastly is our layout and card inspiration. So there's Mary Fran's layout. Again, as you can see, this is a cluster, this is a cluster. So those are already done for you. So by using a background paper and a border and a couple of clusters and a telegram card, you can see how quickly that came together for Mary Fran. That was beautiful. Now comes the real beauty, which she's so good at, adding in the little flares, the live your dream, the blank tags, things like that. Using those, the flower cluster, using those in such a great fashion in order to really enhance the beauty that's already there. And also the card, this is where I was saying about the receipt. Here's how I use that. This is a floral background paper. This is one of the lace background papers. I simply added the receipt, added the florals, the thoughts of you tag, and the 3 little buttons. And there it is. That's how many items are actually on there that I added. And this is what it turns out like. Just beautiful. Also, it gives you a great area to write or add a photo if that be the case. So folks, thanks for tuning in. This is our bundled Olivia Rose collection. I know you're going to want to get this one to create with because it makes for such stunning things. And it has such a generic theme that you can use it in so many ways. And I know it'll be a collection that you'll turn to again and again to create with. Before you dash off, please click the subscribe button. That'll make you aware of any new videos that come out from us. And as well, give us the thumbs up or leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on this, what you're going to create with it, what you loved about it, maybe a favorite element, whatever it was. But thanks for tuning into this, and thanks for seeing this. You can click in the description box below will be the actual hot link so you can go directly to this in our store, and it'll be easier for you to find. And I hope you enjoy creating with this because I know we have. Thanks once again, and happy crafting.